Hey guys, good morning. It's your girl SeekretD with today's Strawberry Letter Response. The title of the letter, I don't remember. So let's get into it. This lady writes in, she said that her husband is a tech manager or manager at a tech company, and sometimes he takes his co-worker with him to work. I don't remember the man's name, but it was like an old person's name, like, oh, Satchel, his friend Satchel, to work, his co-worker. So she said one time they had an event, a work event, and he tells her, you know, I'm going to take Satchel and Quinn with me to this event. She's like, all right, cool. So she said that fast forward, she uses her husband's car to go to church with her daughter. She went to the grocery store. She goes to the trunk, and she sees a tiny pair of women's sneakers tucked into the car organizer. And so she takes the sneakers, takes them in the house, and puts them on top of her husband's work bag. She said that her husband walked past it a couple of times during the day, and he didn't say anything about it. And then later on in the night, she hears him let out a huge sigh, like, and she's like, what's up? So he picks up the sneakers and asks her why is she going through his trunk. So she asked him, like, okay, well, who do they belong to, type thing. And he's like, oh, they're Quinn's. And, you know, she goes to the gym with me after work, and I told her to just leave her sneakers in my car because we go to the gym after work. Like, he says it mad nonchalant, like. So she's like, okay, cool. So what's Quinn's last name? So I could look her up on social media because she want to know what Quinn looks like. He's like, Quinn is her last name, and he refuses to give her first name. So once he told her that Quinn was a girl, she asked him to get rid of the sneakers, basically return the sneakers to the lady, and not to escort her to work anymore, and not to take her to the gym anymore. Which, honestly, I don't really see a problem with that. So he then is like, this is why I don't tell you nothing, because you make a big deal out of things, da 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 da. So she's writing in because she wants to know if she's overreacting, or is he, like, is it a cover-up? You know what I mean? So that's her question. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't like people that lie, right? I don't like to be lied to. I don't like to be deceived. I don't like none of that, right? And your husband purposely deceived you by not saying that Quinn is a woman. Now, anybody knows if you tell somebody someone's last name, it's harder to tell if it's a man or a woman. Now, for me, Quinn, I would assume there's a woman. Only because of the scandal and the character Quinn. So, I feel like in my head, I already knew Quinn was a woman once she said Quinn, but it could just be me. But I feel like the assumption would be like, okay, Satchel's a man, so Quinn's a man. So, I understand her assumption there, and I feel like he knew she would make that assumption. And so, he was basically like, okay, yeah, Quinn. So I feel like he purposely deceived her, which I don't like. And then he kind of is like, oh, this is why I don't tell you nothing. Da, 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 da. No. She's 100% right to have an issue with this woman's shoes being in her husband's car, because that looks crazy. Why is some woman's sneakers tucked into your car? She ain't your wife. She ain't your girl. She ain't your child. Like, no, ain't no married man should have another woman's property that's not a blood relative in his car on a regular basis. Absolutely not. Hell no. No. And it's not about trust, you know what I mean? It's just not appropriate. Like, he wouldn't want his wife, like, oh yeah, I left my gym bag in Bryant's car because me and Bryant go to the gym after work. Really? You and Bryant go to the gym? You think he gonna be okay with that? Absolutely not. So, you know what? I feel like it ain't. I don't think you overreacting. I don't like the little, oh, let me just stick these here and not say shit. I don't like that. I feel like in a lot of letters, y'all do that. Y'all be like, oh, I took the costume and put it on his bed. Or I took the shoes and put it on his bag. Open your mouth. Like, why are you playing games? I feel like that's mad childish. Excuse me, who do this shit belong to? That's what I want to know. Go! We got the light. So, with that being said, I don't think she's overreacting. And I definitely think it's a cover-up. Y'all can let me know how y'all feel about it. But that's all I got to say today. Bye.